Hey Leos, welcome back to the Guiding Chariot. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome, this is your first reading for the month of March. Super exciting. Let's shuffle up here. Why don't we just move these guys up for now? Alright, my lovelies. So house rules out of the way. Just like always, this is going to be a general reading for all Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cross-watchers also welcome. My only ask is that you take these readings as they resonate, or these messages as they resonate. It either fits or it doesn't. Alright, my lovely. So we are going to pull some oracle cards, and then we're going to go deeper and clarify with the tarot, as we always do. I have been so stoked about this week's readings. They have been so great, and I think it's a lot of this vibe I'm feeling with the month of March. Like, I think this is going to be a great month for growth and shifting. Ooh, you guys got 3. You guys are going to have a big reading. But it literally has this feeling this month of growth and change and shifting. And I think there's a lot to gain this month. And I think March is going to ask us to level up. It is going to ask us to step outside of our comfort zone and really push beyond ourselves. Because we're growing, like, it's time to adult up. We have to own some responsibilities for something. So I'm very on board with that. So do I think it's going to be an amazing month? Yes. Do I think it's going to be comfortable all the way? Not necessarily. You may have to deal with some stuff that you don't want to, but it's fine. It'll be worth it. It will be worth it, Leo. All right? Okay, let's get your last card out here. There it is. I think that's one. That may be 2 cards, but I mean, maybe you're meant to have 2 cards. Who knows? All right, Leo, let's get into it. So we've got, first up, Magic Prayer. I'm going to lay these out so we can see them all. Protecting Treasure. I love this. And Metamorphosis. I told you there's a leveling up happening this month. Lots of growth going on. All right. So, Leos, this Magic Prayer. To me, the Magic Prayer card, I mean, it's pretty straightforward in my opinion, but it is kind of that wish, that dream you've been putting out there, what we've been working on manifesting, for sure, what we've been working and putting out there. And this is something obviously very important to you, because I think with the Protecting Treasure coming out after it, it is something that is meaningful to you, something that is sacred, that you are holding on to. Putting so much care and passion and intention into this dream, of course you're going to nurture it and protect it and keep it safe from harm. You know, just common sense. Why wouldn't you, right? I also think with this card, you know, it's knowing about you are also protected and knowing that you are being guided. Sometimes we can feel like none of that's happening, like we're just wishing and hoping and praying and nothing's going on, right? Nothing's moving forward. You know, with this, sometimes I also think of, you know, you'll hear messages that, you know, you're being divinely guided and things are going as they should, and then you find this opportunity and it doesn't pay out, right? Then maybe you don't get the job, or someone rejects you, right? And you're like, I was guided to this? Like, no. Sometimes that is the universe protecting you from something, right? Like, sometimes that thing can either take you out of alignment, or, you know, I always think of that phrase, everything that glitters isn't gold, right? So it may have looked nice, but for all you know, that person could have treated you poorly in a relationship, or, you know, you may have thought that was your dream job, but then you get it and it sucks, and the boss is awful and doesn't appreciate all the things you do. So sometimes not getting it is a form of protection. Like, I kind of keep looking at this cloud over here in front of this rainbow. You know, like, you bumped into the cloud and you were like, oh God, no. Like, why? It got all yucky. But that's because there's a rainbow behind it. Like, you were protected from the cloud so you can enjoy the rainbow, right? So just wait a little longer. Once this cloud rolls by, it's gonna be lit, right? Okay? Is kind of what I'm getting with that. And also, this metamorphosis, you are changing. You are full on changing, Leo. You are growing, you are evolving, you are becoming bigger, bolder, brighter, stronger. So honestly, as this happens, your vibration is raising, which means the thing that's going to match you is also going to be of a higher vibration. So if you settled for the thing now, there's going to be a greater one that is going to roll by real soon, and you'll be stuck with this one you accepted. So again, you've put in so much to this intention, to this prayer, that it's become bigger and evolved, and you're going to be getting and receiving bigger and better because you are becoming bigger and better. So I feel like with this protecting treasure, if you recently had something where you thought it was going to pan out, or you were working at the great job and then lost the great job, and you're like, oh no, why? Do not worry about it. It's part of the plan. There's something bigger and better coming to replace it. And I don't know why I keep using job as the example. It could be anywhere. So remember, apply this as it resonates. Most of you, maybe this is job related, which is why that, I was going to say why that metamorphosis. That's why that, metaphor keeps popping up. But apply it how you will, my lovelies. All right, let's see what else you got. Oh my God, like you need to be reminded. Look at that, Leo. The royal you. This is you knowing your worth. This is, I told you, leveling up. Look at you getting this magical crown. Okay, all right. Oh. You fully stepping into your power. You fully acknowledging and owning. Like, I think it's even bigger than that. It's you, like, owning this. Like, I almost want to say this is like a birthright when we're talking about this royal you, right? But again, it can also connect to the energy I was talking about, just for this month in general, about you, like, accepting your responsibility. Again, really tapping into that confidence that you already own, and owning, your feelings, your actions, right? For whatever is going on in this particular column. Being empowered, being self-aware. This may also be you, like, really being able to disconnect from outside influences, right? Because the king and queen, you're ruling the country, right? Like, the little farmer isn't walking up to you and be like, hey, you should do this, you should do that. You're not taking orders from them, right? They're taking orders from you. And I don't mean to say that to make you sound like this big, bossy, arrogant monkey. Like, I'm saying it for, like, the king and queen, they know they're the king and queen. Like, they know they rule this thing, right? So this is you knowing you rule this thing, right? Because it's your life. Who else is going to control it? No one else but you. No one else but you. Like, this is such a empowering card to get, and so appropriate. So appropriate for you, Leos. And even this, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a lotus, but this particular flower is really giving me lotus vibes. And the lotus is totally growth and transformation, right? Growing out of the dank and the dark of the bottom of the pond, right? And coming up to the light, right? So enlightenment, empowerment, and growth, metamorphosis. You are, whew, God, you are going to be so powerful by the end of this month. And then you have faith. Oh, how sweet. Then you also have faith here. To me, this faith is really about trusting in divine, right? Because again, what came through with this first step was that there may have been some type of perceived setback, which sucks. No one ever wants that to happen, right? But again, with that protecting treasure, you may have been blocked from something because it wasn't a good fit. It may have looked like it, you may have wanted it, but there was something there you didn't see. There was something there that down the road would have been problematic. And you were protected from that by being blocked from that opportunity, all right? So this is asking you to trust that. There may even be something coming up, maybe you have a job interview coming up. Maybe you hear about a job and you're like, oh my God, that'd be perfect for me. Let me try. Trust that however that goes, whether it's good or bad, like, just trust. Just trust with that faith card. Leo, some of you that may even have to do with religion. I don't think that's going to be most of you, but it could. So there could be some type of religious factor affecting your life at the moment. We'll see when we clarify, because again, that doesn't feel very strong, but it popped into my head. So some of you, there might be something having to deal with your religious faith this month. We'll see if that comes up when we pull the tarot. Can I just say, several people have gotten the moon card this cycle of readings. There are so many, like, secrets coming to light. Bottom of the deck, Leos, 9 of Swords. anxiety, worry, nightmares. So we may be really concerned about the way things are playing out, or an opportunity, right? We may be feeling disenchanted or not in control of a situation, right? We may be feeling a little helpless. No, you're king of the jungle, Leo. You're king of the mother trucking jungle. Do not let that vibe mess with your power, right? So this month, a lot of it having to do with what's causing this anxiety, what's causing this fear and worry and doubt in whatever is manifesting for you. Because I can guarantee you from looking at these cards, this isn't real. This, I specifically use nightmare because it's an illusion. It is not real. It is not real. Oh, and look at that. We're going to go through the bottom of the deck because I think this is so important for you to see. So we have the 9 of Swords, and then we go straight to the 10 of Swords, which honestly, uncomfortable card, I know, but I think this is great to see because you go from 9 to the 10. You go from fulfillment to completion, right? So this is like fear kind of gets maxed out and you're like, oh my God, I feel so worried. I feel so panicked, da 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 da. But then you reach a conclusion. Then it's done. It's over. Because you have to see that this is not the truth. This is not the way. Because look what comes right after that. Daughter of Wands. So this is inspiration. This is that creative spark, right? So this would be like the princess or the page of wands in a traditional deck. And the World, completion of a cycle. And when one cycle finishes, a whole new one begins. This is what we're ending. We are ending whatever has made you feel worried or anxious, or makes you feel tense and you have to be on guard and you have to be on your toes all the time. And hate that feeling. That, not for you. That is not for you, Leo. All right. So with this particular column to begin with, we have the Moon, which we talked a little bit about, 3 of Wands, and the 3 of Swords. So you've got a couple swords in this reading, so I can tell your mental space running in overtime. We're gonna need a little woo-saw moment. I wish the 4 of Swords was here because that's what you need to do. You kind of need to take a little breather. But this Moon card is about things that are happening in the dark, right? There are some secrets and things that haven't fully surfaced, haven't fully come to your awareness, happening in the background. These may be things you're trying to understand or tap into, right? If we're talking in a spiritual sense, do not worry about it. Those things are happening, but they are coming to surface and they are working in your favor, because this 3 of Wands is that portal. To me, the 3 of Wands is when things come from the ethereal and enter the real, enter the physical realm. So the beginning of these manifestations are coming in. Beautiful. And why is this so important? Because then you don't have to fear. You don't have to doubt. You don't have to be afraid of what's coming, because this is what you've been manifesting. The portal's open, all right? Like, look at everything we had. We start off with magic prayer. That entered, the ethereal space. Now it's becoming physical, and you don't have to be worried about it anymore. That portal's open, right? Protected from treasure. This is what was happening. This is what was blocked for you because you have the real one coming in. So we avoided this because we don't need to deal with any of that. That's a waste of our time. And then that metamorphosis is that change as we continue to grow through this. So love, love, love. Love this energy. To me, this 3 of Swords popping up is really confirmation of whatever that thing was that you were blocked from. So any of you Leos out there who have suffered a disappointment recently and you were like, oh my God, that was the thing, that was the one. Trust me when I say that, whatever that was, no matter how good it looked at the beginning, was going to lead you somewhere that, you never thought it was going to be. So know that you're protected from this, right? Whatever this 3, because I don't see this as like emotional wounding or past hurt, because there's nothing here that would connect that to that, or connect this card to that type of vibe. So literally, I think this is what you were blocked from. Sorry, just need a little water. All right. And then after this Royal You, 2 of Wands. So again, connecting to that magic prayer. This is that intention you've been putting out, right? And 2, you also have the 3. So you put them out. Now they're returning to you. Then you have Judgment and the 5 of Swords. So, totally holding them out of frame. So Judgment card is, to me, that's very Phoenix energy. That's rebirth. That's you finding your soul mission and your soul purpose. This is that Royal You. This is you heeding this call here, right? This is your glow up. here with this Judgment card. This Five of Swords, I think what is happening here, either there's some competition now that maybe has made you not fear stepping into this, but that may have been what slowed you really owning your power. There may have been voices trying to cut you down, jealous people around you that, were coming for you. Maybe they spoke bad about you and it affected, maybe the boss's view of you or whatever it is. It can manifest in so many different ways. I do kind of feel like this is more what you're coming out of. Like, I think you've already been dealing with this type of vibe. But again, I think it's just because someone was jealous. Someone saw that you were doing a good job. Someone saw that you had potential. Someone saw how capable you were of something. Again, I keep using this job example. So I don't know how many of you resonate with that, but I'm assuming a good many of you, because I keep coming back to that example. But literally, I feel like these were coworkers that were super envious and super jealous and tried to just, knock you down a peg, even though you weren't doing anything wrong. They were just jealous and envious. You were rising above it. And I would say that's because you didn't play these stupid games, right? You were better than that. Whether that meant, I don't know why I feel this way, but I almost wonder if this was the job. Like, this was the job you were like, oh, this is the one. I love this. This is where I want to be. I could totally see myself being here for 30 years before I retire. Like, I love this position. And then you got in it, and there were all these people being shady to you for no reason. Like, you were a nice person, you wanted to be a team player, you wanted to work together, and all these people just had these weird, awful, untrue things to say about you, right? So I feel like for some of you, you left. Again, I don't know how many of you will resonate with this, but I feel like you left. And that once you were gone, then maybe the bosses were like, damn, he was good. What are these other people doing? They're not doing anything. Oh my god, all of that was because of this person. He was amazing. She was doing her job. All this kind of stuff. All right. That's kind of what I'm getting. Again, you may not resonate with all of that, but that's kind of the vibe. That's kind of what I'm getting at when I talk about this message. But don't worry. And, Judgment is actually sitting in the middle of your reading. So I think this, even more significant, if that position is kind of the center and the heart of everything. So it's you really stepping into your moment, being reborn, right? And again, it's finding that purpose, finding that calling, finding that strength. So even more appropriate, that card is coming out under the Royal You. That is you claiming your power and claiming your position. I almost want to say reclaiming too, because I literally feel like it's like you were on the throne, someone, affected your confidence and made you kind of shy away from the throne, and actually, no, this is my throne. You're just it's you taking it all back. Oh, I wish you could see me, because I literally cannot stop smiling doing this reading. So good, Leos. So good. All right. And then we've got this last row coming out under Faith. So we've got the Father of Cups. To me, this is that emotional space that you fiercely protect, Leos. You guys govern the heart. So even though you are confident and bold and shine so bright, your heart can get damaged very easily. Now, are you going to tell anyone that? Probably not. But when you get cut, it goes deep. To me, seeing the Father of Cups here is great, because this energy, yes, feels everything. Very similar to you. It feels everything. But he, and I say he just because it's the father, so it's not about gender. But he is in control of his emotions. He is a stable emotional center. I always describe him as the eye of the hurricane, right? So no matter what craziness is swirling around him, no matter what BS is raging in this storm, you are sitting calmly at the center, in control of everything. You're just the observer. These weird things roll up, and then you just sit there and they roll right on by, right? They just slide off of the screen. So awesome. This is you again, securing yourself, holding steady, as we talk about emotions. And then you have this Son of Swords. So this is, and honestly, with the Ace of Swords, the Son of Swords, this would be the Prince, right? So Prince of Swords, Knight of Swords, depending what deck you're using. This energy is trying to seek, or trying to find clarity, understanding, right? Wisdom. And here you have the Ace of Swords. So you find it, right? You are in possession of the thing you seek. Whether that's the case now or if it comes by the end of the month. So this is a very strong energy, holding your emotional center and gaining the wisdom and clarity that you need, right? And some of this is just going to happen. Honestly, some of this, that may be the wrong phrase. I think all of this is just kind of going to happen. I don't even feel this storyline or this progression is going to happen by force, because it's falling under the faith card. This is just going to happen as you proceed through the month. As you naturally progress, you are going to gain the wisdom you need. You're going to gain the clarity and the understanding you seek, right? The key for you is to stay calm, cool, and collected, right? That's why this column starts off with the Father of Cups. Stay in control of your emotions. Don't allow yourself to get reactive or, have these like weird bursts and fits. If you need to vent, find a healthy way to do it. Call up your girls, open a bottle of wine, talk it out. Like, do not blow up in any of these situations, right? You need to stay calm and cool. Again, like the royal, you need to, carry yourself with some dignity, all right? Not saying you don't, my lovely Leos. I'm just putting it out there. You want to stay cool, and this will come. This will happen. So don't worry about forcing this. That's just going to arrive on your doorstep in a lovely, beautiful way. All right, Leos, I think I'm going to wrap up your reading there. Beautiful month of growth. Beautiful month of growth, right? So just be aware that you may be protected from something. So if something fails, it's just part of the plan. Do not stress over it. Focus on claiming your power and your own empowerment and holding yourself in very, very high regard, and have faith in the way things are playing out. Right? So you kind of have two messages that echo each other, but this to me is kind of like trust what happened in the past, and this is kind of like trust what's coming to you in the future, and you holding your power. All right, my lovely Leos. Oh, I love you guys. Stay safe. Thank you as always for all the support and amazing love you give me and my channel. I'm so grateful for it. I ask that you continue to help me make it grow. So please smash that like button if you enjoyed the reading. Drop a comment down below and let me know how it resonated for you. You can also hit me up on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. If you're new, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell. It's the best way for you to be notified when your next weekly reading pops up. And as always, thank you. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. And I will see you in your next video, Leos. Bye.